great gown on the right woman can be as important and unforgettable as a great aria on the right soprano. Said like a true visionary, Frederick Lee is one of the leading couturiers in Singapore.
As a fashion designer, we have to be very good storyteller. For me, especially when I want to present a collection, I want my audience to understand, to be able to bring them to a different dimension, to a world where I want to present. In terms of styling, in terms of fabrication, the whole thing, the whole feeling, the whole atmosphere, the whole collection. I think it's very important is to be able to tell where are you coming from, what do you want to show on runway. That for me is that nothing is more important than illustrations and drawings. I keep drawing and drawing and drawing. Every time when you draw certain things, out of 10 pictures, I may not even use one of it. So the drawing, sketching, it's really important. And then from there, once I'm comfortable with certain things, I believe in certain direction that I go, then I'll start on fabrication, then your fax drawing, and then your construction of the clothes. A lot of things that you see is actually done on the mannequin. How I construct the whole thing from sketch, from a piece of fabric right down to the actual garment. Now, it doesn't mean that you see a wooden coaster. To you, maybe a wooden coaster, but to me, it can be constructed in a bustier. Things like that, I really enjoy doing it. And now I'm into exotic feathers. I like to play around with different feathers, different texture. To me, this is what I call innovation.
What sets him apart from the other designers is perhaps his drive and passion to create beautiful stories in a most unpredictable and dramatic way.
The runway itself is like a white piece of canvas. It is where your music comes in, your collection, your model, and how you painted the whole picture. How you want to paint it depends on your collection. I want to paint this collection, maybe the influence of the 60s, or even old Shanghai, or maybe I want to do a very futuristic, a very fantasy kind of clothes, whimsical. That depends how you want to paint the canvas. To me, drama, it's something it's in my blood, because I love to entertain, to show my clothes. I'm always looking forward for a next collection, but just that it's a very tiring process. What you see on stage, it can be really glamorous, but a lot of people doesn't realize there are lots of hard work that's being put behind it. There are weeks and there are days you go without sleep because you have to prepare for a collection. Everything is hand beaded. You have to do a last minute touch up, and even right down to the fittings, right down to the show itself, the rehearsal. It's even to the very last minute. There are always things that happen. It's very painstaking to construct clothes like that. It happens even like 20 years ago. It's the same. Things are being done on hand, embroidery or hand stitch and all that stuff. So I still practice that right down to today.
Fashion is one of the most universal words, and it has widespread influence on our everyday lives. Frederick strongly believes that every individual should have their own symbolic style, and his creativity in his gowns screams for theatrical and melodrama in every outstanding magnificence possible.
We'll see a big jump in fashion. Is really obvious once you see people walking down in Orchard Road and all. Just because probably now people have travelled more, Singaporeans have travelled overseas and they have seen more things than before. So a lot of times where fashion is concerned, I think a lot of Singaporeans know how to mix and match and know how to feel comfortable wearing things a bit more creative. Singapore have really a good pool of very talented designers, and every designers have their own personality and different things that they do. Young designers, I think they have to be aware of what's going on in the world. They have to open their eyes and take a look what people is doing, what other country it's moving forward towards fashion. I felt young designers should have the hunger, they should have the energy, the stamina, and most importantly, the passion and fire. I think that's what's important that make them go forward. I've been doing it for 20 years. I should say that I still have a lot of fire. I still have a lot of passion in me. I'm not constantly looking for the next best commercial design, but I'm just constantly challenge myself with a bit more different, a bit more avant-garde. And to say that which is my best or which is my favorite, I really still searching for it, because I believe my best work is when I'm 60.